What a difference. New phone, trying to find where to look. What a difference a month makes. I'm up here at Harriman State Park doing the very last check on the Spotted Lanternfly traps. I have another video about that I did about a month ago. I'm still looking for you. I'll link that in the description and turn this into a playlist for anybody who's interested in becoming a part of this noble endeavor of trying to rid the Hudson Valley and parts hither and thither of the Spotted Lanternfly. So I have to go up and I don't know if you can see it. There's my trap, right, one of them right there. I see 3 in front of me. So luckily I don't have to take the entire trap apart. I thought I was going to have to bring pliers and a flathead screwdriver with me to take the mesh off with the slats that are used to funnel the Spotted Lanternfly up into the trap itself. But no, I'm to save the reusable twisty ties or zip ties and keep the cup that's used to kind of like funnel them into the plastic bag, and then I just throw the plastic bag away. So I got to climb up and take care of that. And that's basically it today. Oh yeah, and if I see any, of course I have to tally that and write it down and put it in a report. So hopefully I'm not going to see a single one. Zero Spotted Lanternfly. Woohoo! Ooh, baby, would you look at this. Now, this is south of where I took the video of the bucks who were duking it out in the backyard. I'll leave a card for it up above. So they might be a little bit behind down here. It's a little closer to the Hudson River. It's a little more temperate. So that might be the reason for that. Is boy, that's exciting, isn't it, to see that? Too bad it's in the state park. Okay, so here be the deal. This is getting down to the details. This is the, okay, so I'm leaving the net on the tree with the pieces of slats. And I'm taking off the cup that leads to, this is where it attaches to the top of the mesh net trap. And then this is the, some of these are loose, but somebody had the foresight to put a little silicone on there, or whatever glue that might be, and it's keeping it on. And then this is the bag, and the bag goes here, and then you put your reusable zip tie on there, and then you snap it into the top of the trap. This is garbage. These we keep, and if you've never seen the reusable zip ties, well, today is your lucky day. If I can find a place for my knee that's not on a rock that's going to make me scream. If you've never used these before, it's got a little lever, which makes it a little difficult because you're pushing down to open the snap, but at the same time, it's hard, if it's tight, it's hard to get your finger under there, so you almost like need to put a knife, something thin under there, because as you're pushing it down, you're also pushing it closer to, you know, to here. So, but they're great. I mean, I've been using throwaways for years, and these came about, and yeah, they're pretty cool. So you see what I mean? I mean, they're still great, but you kind of have to. I mean, that worked out pretty well, but I had a couple back there where I was like, So I had to get my pocket knife out. Thank you, Tom Ritter. Okay, so that's your lesson on how to dismantle a Spotted Lanternfly trap. This is the netting and the wooden slats that I'm talking about. So these are going to stay, and I was all prepared to tear all these down. I had a flathead screwdriver and the pliers packed, and then I got an email and they said, no, leave those up. And this is attached to here, so yeah, that's like infused in the plastic, the net up in there, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's what I'm talking about when I say slats and mesh net. So someone's been up and down on this on a quad. This is a gas pipeline in Harriman State Park. So whoever owns it, and I don't know who, they would be the ones on here, but these are all fresh tire tracks, I would say in the last day or so, because it wasn't torn up like this a month ago. I know they have to do checks on it, but I don't know if you can feel the scope of the steepness of this. I mean, this is nothing like out west, but that would be, you know what this would be fun for? Skiing. That would be a lot of fun. Yes, on cross-country skis, that's right, that's what I'm talking about. Cool, huh? Looks like the king of the hill has been up here. I'm only about, I don't know, 50 yards from where I was before. And there is his scrape that he's been updating. And the other one I showed you was right over in there. I'd love to get a look at that guy. I get the feeling he's awesome. Or he could just be a really spunky spike. Maybe. This right here is black birch. And guess what? The sap is running. Ever since I've been a hiker, I've always pulled off, without getting smacked in the eye, pulled off a little piece of it. There you go. In the end, it smells like birch. Birch beer. It's still a little bit dry, but the smell is there. And it just makes a nice, kind of like a nice trailside nibble on your way through the woods. And as you're chewing on it, if you're so inspired, you chew hard enough, kind of like a cat will do or a dog, you'll be cleaning your teeth really well. Of course, later you got a little bit of bark to pick out, but what are you going to do? And there's your black birch right there, and I took the little branch off the tiny one. Three points all the time. Keep it steady. So just a little recap on the spotted lanternfly, also known as SLF. Spotted lanternfly came from Asia, and now they're starting to wonder if it came from Korea. And they're really not sure. Somewhere in Asia, Japan, Korea, China, nobody really knows. Some people are doing some research on it. Haven't heard anything recently about its exact origin, but that's basically what all the fact sheets are saying as of right now. In 2012, it arrived in the United States on a shipment of paving stones, you know, like the ones you use in your patio or in a driveway, and they have just been devouring the trees. Their main tree of interest is Ailanthus, which is also tree of heaven. That's the tree that grew in Brooklyn, actually. It's a weed tree. That's another invasive, and it is pretty prolific in areas like where I just was up there on that gas line. It likes disturbed areas. Okay, so back to the spotted lanternfly. Causes astronomical economic and ecological damage. Economically, it can take out vineyards, fruit trees. So far, we haven't seen a huge amount of damage in that, but we know that it can do that. So that's why we have the traps out. Ecologically, I mean, it's been on Tree of Heaven, and it seems to prefer certain agricultural products at this point, but it'll attach itself to anything, and it'll destroy it, because what it does is its proboscis goes into the trunk, the larvae that is, and they suck the life out of it. And to make things even worse, wherever they hang out, they leave their droppings, and it leads to sooty mold, and we don't want any of that. So the spotted lanternfly is probably, I would have to say, out of all the invasive bugs there are, that's the heavyweight. He's the guy, he's the one you got to really keep track of. And that's why it's so important to get out here and keep an eye on things and check these traps, and thank goodness the frost kills them off. Let's hope that they don't evolve into a bug that'll find a way maybe underground or something. I did check those trees. I didn't show you, but I also have to check for egg masses, which are about the color of my jacket, and kind of looks like old cement, little patch of old cement on a tree. If you want more information about the spotted lanternfly, please see the link below, and if you want to get involved, I'll leave a link for that also. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget the hat. You can't do it without the silly hat. It just doesn't work.